that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. They find some open field here.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Throwing on first down. Bass. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Looking to throw on second down. Bass. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
To throw on second down. Bass. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's a matchup. Maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, file it away, lad. File it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Did he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And now here's a carry heading left. And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They go play action here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that's going to lead to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find the crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the third down. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Going long here for Wallace. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll set up a throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is knocked down from the side. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Look at the spin. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let's go.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to throw on second down. Bass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex Ohio.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Defense showing blitz. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Come on now. Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gold. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Ohio. Check 26. Check
To throw on second down. Bass dancing to his left. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run it again with Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and that leads to a Minnesota 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bass. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 3rd down, Bass. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now here's a carry heading left. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right. Let's go.
From the gun, Bass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Here we go. Grand 38.
To throw on 2nd down, Bass. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go!
They run the counter now on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Operating from the gun. Bass. And he's got it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Started all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down now after the pass completion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Yeah, the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st and 10, Bass. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Come on, let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Let's go, Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What?
A final shot before break. Bass throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. A second quarter score from Carson. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play there. Second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the 4-down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And spins away. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bass over the middle. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense. And get.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. So the offense has it first and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw from his end zone. Bass. Wide open receiver complete. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right at the 20. Offense comes to the line now. 1st and 10. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Looking to throw. Bass. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Bass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Fighting through, and he's got space. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with their second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing? Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times and made a nice play.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Back to throw here. Throw left side, complete. It's Wallace. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Cook following the penalty. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Second and very short here, less than a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bass. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
throw on third down. Bass. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Let's go! Flag 38! Let's go! Flag 38!
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Got three down, Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Come on, let's go!
To throw on second down. Bass. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here. He'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bass. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep him within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And it was the Chiefs who emerged victorious. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He's back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down and got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive